Well, you know, we went into this season, this last off season, based on what we signed in November, believing we're going to have Vince Hunter, Matt Well, the post with Hooper Vent maybe backing up at the post, Brodricks Jones, maybe Terry Wynn backing up at the 4, and Tevin Caldwell being able to help us inside with a young Paul Thomas coming off the bench or maybe redshirting. And everything's changed here very, very quickly. We had Irvin Morris at the wing with maybe McSwiggan backing up. And we had Omega and Lee and Dominic Artis in the perimeter. Trey Touchette coming off redshirt. Looked like a really, really formidable club. And things are changing before our eyes. You know, Tevin's concussion, I don't know when he'll be back. Matt Willms probably is done for the year. The early prognosis on Brodricks Jones is not good. Worst case scenario, ACL, best case scenario, meniscus. So, you know, we got McSwiggan still out, an eligibility issue. Omega Harris out. We got Tevin Caldwell out. We've got a lot of issues. That being said, we're going to go compete it and we're going to fight it. We got a lot of new guys out there on the floor. Christian Romines will no longer be redshirted. He'll be back at practice like he has been, but in a different. He'll be hearing his voice more in practice every day because we're going to be counting on him, and we'll be pounding him a little bit, trying to get him to where he could, you know, front a post and defend and rebound and just try to grow. He really needed a redshirt year, but we'll have to maybe wait on that for a year for him. I thought our guard play again between Lee and Dominic was very good. Touchette's minutes were important. Irvin's getting some flow in him, and Terry Wynn's getting some minutes. Those things are important. Thought Paul Thomas was better tonight rebounding it. Hooper Vent rebounding it much better, but still got to go another notch. We got to get a guy that's not pleased with getting 5 or 6 boards. Find that guy that can go out and get us 10 or 11. But our guards need to contribute more than they did tonight. It has to be like last night for this team to have a chance to win. We'll have a long session tomorrow in the office to try to review how we're going to go play, what the differences are with this quick whistle. Having Hooper Vent as your only big guy out there, things change and maybe it alters the way we have to go approach playing more zone, playing more conservative defensively. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and see if we can still hang around some ball games and go compete it up. Like our team, like our players, Flaggart is going to give us the ability to play 4 guards at times. We may have to start that way so that we've got Terry and Paul and Hooper to all play inside, with Terry being a very small, undersized 5 at times. But we'll figure it out. Really hate it for these kids. McSwiggan's case, the eligibility I think is unjust. I don't think the rule was designed to penalize that kid, who's a great student, who was going to class last year to get his eligibility worked out. And I hate it for Brodricks Jones, who's a young developing talent and needs to play, needs to be out there. And hate it for Tevin Caldwell and Matt Willms. Is just sick about it, based on him going through his labor surgery and 2 off seasons where he couldn't do anything. And that's a young guy who I felt like when we signed him was going to play 15 years in the NBA. Just has not had a chance to develop because of all these injuries. It's where we are. I think if you ask those kids in the locker room, they thought we could still go win games, they'd tell you yes, and we believe that as well. We're just going to be smaller than any minor team you've seen here for a while because we've lost 2 of our 3 centers right off the bat. And Hooper's a guy that right now doesn't have the stamina to go out and play 36, 38 minutes a game, so we've got to figure it out behind him. Any questions?
Going back to Broderick, so it's either a torn ACL or torn meniscus?
They're saying best case scenario meniscus. Yeah. So that's what we're told now. Now we'll certainly hope for the best with the MRI. When it comes in, we'll hope for the best. But that's the early feel.
Offensively, what changed for you guys in the second half? What kind of seemed sluggish in the first?
I thought that Dominic Artis was outstanding. I thought he played his best 10 minutes of basketball for us to start the second half. On the floor, every basket was off of one of his assists. Great penetration, great attack, got us into offense, moved it. Guys had so much space as a result of his ability to penetrate and kick, find guys. He was great in the open floor. We made a few shots. I thought our defense triggered what we were doing in the open floor.
They're probably going to start scoring at one time, but guys like Paul, guys like Brodricks and Terry, is it good to see how in tune they are and active defensively before you see them kind of grow? It
is, and they know they've got to show us that they can do that to get to the floor, and they're certainly going to have an opportunity to play a lot of minutes right now. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.